There is a purpose to our consciousness here. It's not something random and chaotic.
Lomar, a businessman, shares his mystical experience while trying to sleep and experiencing an asthmatic bronchitis crisis, desperate with his breathing difficulty. But the situation only worsened until he fainted and had a near-death experience, the famous NDE. What stands out most in his experience is the fact that someone from the other side conveyed an important message about why we are here, and that each of us has a mission assigned in the journey of life.
It's as if she was reminding me of something.
Hello, I'm Henrique, and it's a pleasure to welcome you here beyond the life we live, and I hope you feel at home and enjoy this story we are going to tell. In 2009, Lomar reported experiencing a respiratory crisis related to asthmatic bronchitis, leading him to an extreme situation after moving to a moldy house. He describes his desperate attempt to sleep sitting up due to the breathing difficulty caused. He planned to leave the next morning to resolve the issue, but that night he had nowhere to go. While trying to spend the night as comfortably as possible, the breathing difficulty increased until he fainted. Lomar felt as if he were leaving his own body. He describes the experience of seeing himself face to face, with a feeling of familiarity, and at the same time guilt for being in that situation, feeling as if he were dead, observing his unconscious face during that moment. The memories of his past life seemed to dissolve, leaving him with a sense of basic presence. During the experience, he lost specific memories of his incarnated life and only had a sense of himself. He felt familiar with the place where he was, as if he had been there before, a certainty that comforted him. During this tranquil state, a female figure, an undefinable entity, appeared and confronted him, indicating that he should not be there yet. She conveyed this thought directly to him without using words, as if reminding him of something he already knew but had forgotten. The entity made him understand something important through a kind of information pulse, and then Lomar woke up. Although brief, this experience seemed to him to last an eternity, but in reality, it was only 3 to 5 minutes. When he woke up, Lomar tried to explain the experience to his wife, but was unable to find words, only tears. He felt deeply shaken and moved, unable to fully express what he had experienced during those intense minutes after the experience. Initially, he struggled to explain what happened to his friends, who suggested it might have been a delirium caused by fever. However, he knew it was an intense and real experience. In the following days, although he recovered from bronchitis and made his home more allergy-proof, he couldn't sleep normally. He describes a sense of consciousness during sleep, as if trapped in his own body, unable to fully wake up or sleep deeply. This left him desperate, and he woke up startled after attempts to sleep. After 3 or 4 days of this situation, afraid to sleep, on the 4th or 5th day lying down, he felt the same sensation as before, as if falling upwards, and encountered the entity from the first experience again. She warned him, saying,
"You are too attached to something."
The entity did not communicate with Lomar through sentences, but conveyed the idea that he was not ready for a conscious out-of-body experience due to his earthly attachments, such as food issues and behavioral addictions. She encouraged him to observe what it would be like if he were not so attached to these worldly concerns, suggesting that it would be beneficial not to lose consciousness. When sleeping the following night, Lomar had a deep and conscious sleep experience similar to an astral journey where he was fully aware and in control of his dreams. He woke up renewed and happy, feeling that he had understood part of what happened during the experience. He realized that his attachments were preventing him from fully enjoying the experience, and that the entity had conveyed important messages about the purpose of human existence. Over the years, he tried to decipher and better understand the messages he received during the experience. With the help of a hypnotherapist friend, he gained access to these messages and was able to organize his thoughts. During his experience, he realized that the entity was concerned about the paths he was following and advised him to resolve his personal issues before returning to that state of consciousness. She suggested that he not return until he resolved the issues of his earthly life, and even suggested that he not return until he died. This made him deeply reflect on the purpose of life and on existence beyond matter. Coming to the conclusion that life is not random and chaotic as some skeptics believe, but has a meaningful purpose. His experience reinforced his belief in something greater beyond physical existence and brought a sense of satisfaction and understanding. Over the years, he had to take seriously the ideas about the messages he received during the experience, especially during hypnosis sessions that helped him recover and better understand these messages. Among them, the notion of time, distance, and individuality lost meaning. Although he felt a presence, he did not identify himself as a separate individual, but rather as part of a larger consciousness. He also felt that we all come from a common source, and that this connection is evident when we are in the non-material state, where understanding is clear and intuitive. Since then, Lomar has reflected on the limitation of understanding when we are back to the earthly experience. He suggests that the loss of understanding is part of the experience of being here, and that if we remembered everything in this reality, we would lose the purpose of living on Earth. Whatever our mission may be, it is part of the purpose of our existence, involving a journey of connecting and reconnecting with this universal source, going back and forth between states of material and non-material existence.